I told you about 3 times that won't fuck with me, right? Umbrella. I'ma run it up and up and up. 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 Big brella grinding till I fill it up. Shawty poppin' purpose like it's Eminem. Sliding through your city, you gon' live and learn. She gon' let me fuck cause I'm a living legend.
Eminent Sports Broadcasting in the building, man. We landing here to discuss this topic that has everyone in an uproar. Everyone's stirring around. Devin Haney calling out Tank Davis. Tank Davis saying that he's ready for 140. But we all know Tank likes to say a lot of things. Doesn't necessarily mean it's fact. Let me bring in my co-host, Loso. What's popping?
Back in the building, man. Let's go. Everybody,
your boy, trying to make a fight that he trying to negotiate in public. How you feel about that?
It's called applying. They ain't trying to make it. It's applying pressure. Applying pressure.
Yeah.
You know, they say everything, but let's fight. Let's go. Devin Haney available, coming off his biggest win. Pretty much a free agent. Eddie Hearn has the right to match whatever deal that they can find. Basically saying if they're able to get into agreements with Tank Davis, Eddie Hearn has the right to be able to match the deal, present the deal, just like he did with Kambosos. They actually offered Kambosos more money than Top Rank was willing to pay for, but Tank Rank wanted to be stingy and wanted to host the fight because they wanted to keep the belts, right? And then Haney made the agreement with Eddie Hearn to let him go over there, pick up them straps, and he promised he would come back. So unfortunately, that might be the case again. But my man Devin and Tank been going back and forth all morning since about 8 o'clock Eastern time, going crazy on Twitter. So it sounds like they both ready to make the fight.
Yeah.
Really, it's just up to Davis. What you gonna do?
Well, I live in the real world, you know what I'm saying? And you've been analyzing how PBC and Mayweather and Al Heyman work. You can analyze and see how Matchroom works and shit like that, right? They saying how they negotiate when they negotiate a fight. It's not in public. You feel what I'm saying? They like to get behind closed doors, and we all know they like to host a fight for themselves. I mean, Devin Haney's a free agent. Why do they need to do business? Explain to me why DAZN and PBC needs to do business on this fight when Devin is not under contract.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of Devin mentioning that he's a free agent. They don't need to do business. They don't. He's willing to go over there, and he's proven that he's willing to go over there. He took short money to fight Kambosos when he was making $3, $4, $5 million at Matchroom. He left that to go to Top Rank to make $2 million, 2 fights in a row, to become undisputed and defend undisputed. He had to sign with Lou DiBella and Bob Arum. And they only gave that man a 24-hour clock to agree and told him, you're not allowed to speak about anybody else about this deal. Went back to his father, talked it over, told his dad, sign it, let's go. So he's proven that he's willing to do anything to make a fight happen. So
okay.
It is not about
what if they hit him with a rehydration clause?
No rehydration clause.
Huh?
He said no rehydration clause, no 135. No
135. So 135 is out the picture.
135 is out the picture. He told Tank that already. I'm not going back to 135. Get that out of your head.
So Tank has to leave 135 to go 140 for this fight to happen?
Yes.
Okay. So what about the fight? What about the food that Tank has at 135 still? Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko. What about those fights?
Has he offered them a fight?
No, I'm saying though, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you, has he offered them a fight?
No, he hasn't offered. We don't know what's going on because that's not how PBC works.
It is how PBC.
We don't know about a lot of the fights that's happening until they fucking make the announcement, right or wrong. We don't know what they're negotiating. We don't know what's in the cards for them.
Is Tank not the boss?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's a worker. You're right. So maybe he got.
I'm not dissing him.
So maybe they, they need to go talk to his uncle. Maybe they need to go talk to his uncle. But let me ask you this: the Ryan and Tank fight. Was that fight not made between Tank and Ryan? They forced both their handless hands to make that fight.
Correct. He could force the fight.
Good.
But what I'm saying is, business-wise, doesn't make sense, right?
It makes great sense.
It makes great sense, right?
Fight.
What you're saying, right? Because you feel like it's the best fight to be made, right?
Best fight, biggest fight right now.
Biggest fight right now to be made.
Right now is that fight. Because they
bigger than Canelo and Benavidez.
Yes, it is. It is.
Bigger than Boots and Crawford.
Fighters.
Bigger than Boots and Crawford.
Yes. Yes. Boots isn't on the Devin Haney level. We know he ain't on the Tank Davis level. Benavidez ain't on a Devin Haney level. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Tank is on I'm gonna just put it. Tank is on the Canelo level. He's done more pay-per-view buys than Canelo this year, last year, autumn years. Right?
It's a massive fight. I don't think it's bigger than Benavidez and Canelo.
It is though. It is though. It is. It's the biggest fight because it's for the culture. You know what I mean? Like they like to say, this fight for the culture, bruh.
Yeah.
How big would this fight be?
Canelo and Benavidez is for the Mexican culture.
And that's fine, but we in the U.S. In the U.S., my brother, this is our modern day Zab versus Floyd, but bigger because we got social media now.
All right, well,
this is the modern day Floyd versus Zab, but it's way bigger because we got social media now. Both these guys, they can't say nothing about Devin because Devin pay-per-view buys is right there where Tank was before he fought Ryan. You know what I mean? They both get money. They both they shit. They both got great teams. The build-up would be crazy. You just saw how the build-up was for Devin and Regis. And Regis was barely talking. He started talking during the face-offs and all that. Imagine a press conference with Devin and Tank, man. Tank popping his shit. Devin popping his shit. Bill in the background doing his dollar bill thing. You know what I mean? Tank won't be able to little boy Devin. Devin gonna come in super fly, flashy, big everything, just like Tank. Man, it's gonna be crazy. The world's never seen no fight like this. The world hadn't seen a build up.
If Tank Davis offers this man the fight at 135, 137, should Devin Haney take it? If that's what the offer is. If he offers him, he shouldn't take it.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna start by this.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
A fight of this magnitude.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Then you gotta answer my questions. Let me get my 2 or 3 off.
Who's the bigger man in this scenario?
What do you mean bigger man?
Who's the bigger man? Who's the bigger man?
Physique wise?
Yeah, physique wise.
Devin.
Who has the longer reach between the two? Devin. So he has those advantages, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So would it be egregious for Tank to offer him the fight with a catchweight? Knowing that he has those advantages? Yes. And he has youth?
I'm gonna tell you what.
And he has youth as well.
Tank ain't 30, he's 29.
Huh?
Tank 29.
Yeah, Devin is what, 25?
Yep. Both of them. Tank is in his prime years, matter of fact.
No, they both in
Entering
their
his
prime.
prime.
They both in their prime.
Nah, Devin's getting there.
Devin's
You're not in your
getting
prime
there.
at 25.
Tank is in it.
Getting there. Tank is in it.
Tank could get better because Tank has gotten better in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
He has gotten better, so he could get
you're
better.
growing.
His prime might be in his 30s. Devin's prime might be right now. Maybe he digresses. You don't know. You don't know what type of injuries could happen. What type of people digress.
We're seeing it.
I'm not saying
People
that.
digress and
I'm
people
not saying that.
Evolve.
But he could. This could be his prime.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I was listening to an interview with Robert Guerrero, right? And he said, mind you, he was in his prime when he fought Berto, right? He was around his prime when he fought Berto. And he said the worst thing that could have happened to him in that fight was when he knocked when he was walking Berto down, because Berto was supposed to be the bigger welterweight. He was supposed to be the stronger, faster guy. And he said that the biggest downfall for him was the fact that he was able to hurt Berto and walk him down and bully him a little bit. And it made him go away from the fundamentals of boxing. And he started to try to walk guys down and try to get guys out of there. He started relying on power, you know what I'm saying, instead of his boxing skills. So that could happen as well to any fighter.
Well,
any fighter could fall in love with their power. You know what I'm saying? He was able to hurt Regis, and we know Regis had no fucking footwork. Regis was there to be hit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he falls in love with his power.
But he didn't, and he didn't display that because he had him hurt and didn't jump on him, stick to the game plan. Devin knows who he is.
So what would the game plan be if he fought Tank?
He's a master boxer. He will box his head off. Same thing he did against Regis. Rinse and repeat. But let me go back to your first question.
Go ahead.
One, a fight of this magnitude, where you have people saying Tank is the best, where you have people saying Devin is the best, wouldn't you want both these fighters to be at their very best? Yes, right?
Yeah, I would. You asked me a question. Yeah, I would like both of them to come in at 140 if the fight's going to be at 140, right? I would like both of them to come at 135 if the fight is at 135, right? Because those are the weights in boxing. Those are the championship weights, right? But Devin has a belt at 140, so it makes sense for Tank to go up so he can get an official belt, a fully recognized belt at 140. So he has something to fight for.
Let me ask you this. Who has more fights at 140?
They both have the same amount of fights at 140.
My point. See, like I did that, right?
They both have the same amount of
fights.
They
both fought one fight at 140.
Yeah.
And Tank fought at 140, what, 3 years ago? He fought at 140? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Devin was still weight training himself to make 140, make 135. So why not have the fight at when they're both at their peak so we could truly see who is the best man?
So what's the
no
issue?
No rehydration clause, no catch weight. Let's go. Who's
what's
the
bigger
issue puncher in this fight?
What's the issue if Tank was to forego this fight, right? Lomachenko's gonna fight Kambosos,
yep.
Right? Tank fights whoever the fuck he's gonna fight. Frank Martin, whoever the fuck. I don't know who PBC got in the pipeline for him, right? If he fights Lomachenko, then Shakur, and then Devin Haney. While Devin Haney fights maybe a Subriel Matias and winner of Rolly and Garcia. Then the Tank fight happens when Tank moves up. Tank creates some legacy at 135 and moves up. Does that make the fight bigger or does it weaken the fight? Because I think that makes the fight bigger.
Only makes the fight bigger. Only makes the fight bigger.
That scenario makes the fight bigger, right?
Only makes the fight bigger, yes, for sure.
Okay.
But listen.
You want it now?
I want it now. I'm cool because Devin's creating his own lane. He jumped off that shit. You know what I mean? But you know how it is. Them niggas is like Candyman. Say they name 3 times, nigga, and they popping up. You feel me? So he could wait 3 years. Could be what? 32, maybe 33. Devin will be 27, 28. Comfortable. in that
say get him
140
now.
division.
I was,
His
you
best
know
chance
me,
is to
you know
get
me.
him now.
I was saying Tank needs to get him sooner rather than later if
Now.
he's gonna get him, because he's only gonna allow him to get
And
bigger and stronger.
And he fucked up because he should have got him when he had the
Shoulda got
chance.
him at 135.
At 135, when he was walking around like the Walking Dead. That was the time to get him. Now you let the man go up to 140.
But Haney wasn't gonna fight him at 135. Haney knew he
would
wasn't
have
gonna
fought
fight
him at 130.
He wasn't gonna fight.
Stop saying that. Stop
I'm telling you,
saying that,
listen.
We already had proof. This isn't. We can't go off assumptions. We had proof. They called the WBA for them to mandate the fight after the first Kambosos fight. Tank Davis said no.
Okay, that's fine.
If you mandate this fight, I will drop your belt. They didn't mandate the fight. They tried, my boy. Don't say it. Don't say they win that fight at 135 and they win.
Let me tell you when I knew. Let me tell you when I knew that Haney wasn't gonna fight him at 135. It was after the Lomachenko fight. When he saw how vulnerable he became, when he saw the shots that he was taking during that fight. When he realized that Tank is a more devastating puncher with the left hand than Lomachenko could ever dream of being, that's when they had conversations behind closed doors that, yo, we got to move up. They knew they weren't going to be able to fight at 135 anymore because it's too risky now. Now you're killing yourself even more. You're getting older. Your body's growing. Now the weight, his size that he has right now when he came into that weight is impossible for him now. 135.
Exactly. Facts. But look, let me tell you this. What you're saying is not 100% true. Because they held those belts, to bait two people into a fight.
Bruh.
Shakur and Tank.
That's
you saw once. No, it's not illusions, bro. Because once that fight was locked in stone with Regis, and they were ready, you saw they vacated them belts. They said, man, fuck it, man. 135 is a wrap. We gonna go. No excuses. I got no choice but to win this belt. And I'm gonna go win this belt. Because what? I'm vacating my other belts. Right? Yeah. So they held those belts to fight a Tank Davis. To fight a Shakur if he really wanted that smoke. But they didn't really want that smoke. But anyway, that's neither here or there. We're here now. Tank Davis has no fight lined up. Devin Haney has no fight lined up.
We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know.
Oh, why not say it? What are you waiting for?
That's not how they work, bro. I agree with you, bro. That's what makes Eddie Hearn such a strong promoter, right? Because he gets out there in the public and he puts out narratives, even if these narratives are not gonna happen, right? He puts things out there and he says things and he gets conversations going. That's why Devin Haney is becoming a really good promoter in his own right, because he's building these fights before it's even negotiated, right? But we all know
that's how you build anticipation.
How PBC works, bro. They contact you, they make contact, and then negotiations start to happen behind closed doors, right? I don't mind that, bro. Right? Because right now we could be talking about a fight. Look how long me and you was talking about Joshua and Wilder, bro. Look how long we was talking about a fight that never was gonna happen. Not to say it's not gonna happen in the future, but was never gonna happen at that time because of the power plays that both Matchroom and PBC were both doing. Fight wasn't gonna happen. You mean even when people made statements like when Joshua said, "I'll fight Wilder for 50 million," boom, they offered him 50 million. Fight never happened, right? Because of power plays. Fine, that's understandable. But right now we could be talking about a fight that's not gonna happen.
It should be happening.
I would love to see it too. It should be happening.
Or it's like this. Or it's like this too. And it's exactly what they said. Like, bro, okay, cool. You want to build it up? But don't shit on the fight, nigga. Build the shit up if you really want it to happen. Say, okay, we gonna see each other. Don't worry about it. Let me take care of my business, and we gonna see each other just like Earl used to do with Bud. Earl never shot it down. He said, yeah, nah, I'm gonna clean up all the belts on my side, and then we gonna meet up. And what happened? That's what happened.
Yeah, but and everyone was still not understanding that. Everyone was still acting like he was like doing something egregious.
At least he said it. He wasn't trying to tear down the fight. He was trying to build it up. Manny and Floyd, it took man long, but Floyd never shot the fight down.
Hey, say it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Don't shoot the fight down.
Yeah, but is Tank the one shooting it down, or is that his?
Yes, he's the only one.
Trainer.
Him.
His trainer. Tank
and
shot
the
it
trainers. Down. Both of them shooting it down. The whole team. They on that bullshit. You know what I mean? They don't want to build the biggest fights. You know what I mean? They want to rob the bank. You know what I mean? That's all they've been doing is robbing the bank.
I disagree.
So prove the public wrong. And
I disagree. You're going to see Tank First of all, Tank's been in some really, really good fights. You're going to see him in some really, really good fights with some really big names.
They want to see him in a 50-50 fight.
Say it again?
A true 50-50 fight. We want to see him in a true 50-50 fight.
Barrios was a 50-50 fight, bro.
No, it wasn't. Nobody even
Barrios
knew who Barrios
was
was.
winning the fight.
Nobody
Barrios was winning the fight.
Nobody
a smaller
knew
guy
Barrios
moving up with
was.
smaller dimensions. Barrios could have won that fight. He wasn't better.
And that's why
Look
you
at the
want to
odds.
fight Devin.
Look at the odds for this is like what you always say. But people always have revisionist history, right? After the things happen, that's when people like to comment and say, "Oh well, we knew this or we knew that," right? Look at the odds for Devin Haney and Regis Prograis fight, right? Devin was a minus 400, right? For that fight. Did that look like a minus 400 fight? Or did that look like a minus 3,000 or a minus $2,000 fight?
4,000 right there.
It looked really, really bad, right?
But listen, it was minus 400 because he was coming off his last performance with Lomachenko.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
But see, what people fucked up at, because niggas have so much hate for Devin, was...
Oh, so wait.
Everybody did that fight a disservice, because what that fight was a great fight. That was a great fight between two masterclass boxers, bro. And that fight got discredited. Everybody, oh, this nigga got robbed. This nigga did this, blah, blah, and just discredited the fight. Like it wasn't a great fight. What all that fight was a great, close fight. You know what I mean? And that's what happens when it's a 50-50 fight. That was a 50-50 fight. So what you got was a 50-50 fight. And that's all the fans want. Tank to be in 50-50 fights like that. Go fight a Shakur. Go fight a Loma. Don't fight no Frank Martin. He ain't ready. Don't fight somebody like that. Fight a T.O. You know what I mean? Fight somebody that, it's a true 50-50 fight. Because as big as this fight is, this isn't the ultimate grudge match. Ultimate grudge match for Haney is with T.O. Right? But this is the biggest cash money fight right here. This is the biggest
fight, right? Because it has the boxing voice pushing it, Bill Haney pushing it. Because they recognize it. It's not because it's the biggest fight why they want the fight. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. They want the clout.
They don't want clout. They've been had clout since.
I'm not saying they don't got clout. They want the clout. They want Tank's fan base. They want to be recognized as the better fighter in this generation. That's what they want. Because if they were able to knock Tank off,
that's
right,
the name of the game.
Everything moving forward increases for them.
That's the name of the game.
Okay, but it's not because they feel like it's the biggest fight. They want that recognition. They want that recognition.
Isn't that what
kind of like with Shakur, right? Shakur wants Devin because he wants that recognition that Devin got.
No, for sure.
It's the same thing. The guy slightly below is looking up at the guy above him, and Tank is above Haney.
I could beat him. And nobody disputing that. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. He the one that just did 1.2 million. Nobody's disputing that.
What's the Haney numbers? The Haney numbers didn't come out yet?
I don't know. They said they were slightly better than the Lomachenko fight. I saw one thing where they said it could be between 150 and 300. 250 to 300. Probably more likely around 150. You know what I mean? But
that ain't bad.
That's decent. That's real decent.
That ain't bad, especially
you know what I mean?
Especially that we know that how these motherfuckers is with the streaming and shit.
Definitely. And, bro, that's right on par to make a huge fight. Because you know what? Ryan Garcia has never been a pay-per-view fighter before he fought Tank. Devin had fought 2 pay-per-view fights. First 2 was one big name, Lomachenko, who did nothing to sell the fight. And Regis didn't really sell it, but Matchroom did a great job of promoting it. You know, with the face-offs.
Regis did his thing. Regis saw that fight. They both.
He did his thing. He did his thing. He did his thing. I'm not shitting on him. I'm saying through the promotion, the face-off, the behind the scenes. You know what I mean? That shit helped. That shit got a lot of views. Everybody was intrigued. You know what I mean? The weigh-in was good. The press conferences were dry though on Regis' side. He wasn't really talking, especially the first one. You know what I mean? All his training shit. But that's part of the team, so you know what I mean? It was good. So, but imagine him and Tank Davis, bro. We've never seen we will never see a build up in a press conference like this.
It's
two
big.
dudes pulling up in a new foreign car every day. Jewelry out the wazoo. They in that bitch looking like the Migos. You know what I mean? Diamonds all the way up to their elbows. You know what I mean? Chains around their neck like I don't know what. You feel me? Dressing like they in a damn fashion show. You know what I mean? Like, bro, nobody's never seen nothing like that. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Both of them know how to pop their shit. You know what I mean? They're not scared. They're not going back down. They both got teams that gonna pop their shit. They both very active on social media. You know, bro, it'll go crazy, bro. It'll go crazy, man. You won't see a build up like this.
What's the split?
Bro, it has to be 50-50.
See,
even 60-40.
Now you playing yourself.
Even 60-40, bro.
Okay, but you can't say 50-50 then go 60-40.
It should be 50-50, man. It's a big fight, bro. Devin's not like these other dudes, bro.
That's fine. I know Devin, your guy. But I'm speaking facts. But it's not a 50-50. It's not a 50. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the split.
Watch this, my nigga.
No, I'm not talking about the fight in the ring. I'm talking about the split.
Yeah, I know the split. Look, listen.
So you really think there's a possibility that this fight should be 50-50? That came out your mouth.
Listen, no. Can I talk? Let me explain myself.
Please do.
It should be 50-50. Will it be 50-50?
Because
if it was today, because Devin is way more accomplished than this man. He's also a pay-per-view fighter. He's also made a lot of money and did the same numbers basically that Tank was doing before he had the Ryan Garcia fight. Tank wasn't doing 300, 400, 500, 600,000 pay-per-view fights, 1 million pay-per-view fights, and then here come Ryan, took him over an extra 3,000, 4,000. He was doing 200 pay-per-view buys himself. His highest before Ryan Garcia was 225. So he wasn't out here like, oh, just some big ass. No, stop it. This nigga done sold out the MGM. Done went in San Francisco, sold that thing out. You know what I mean? And if Tank keep playing, right, he gonna turn it to the B side. Because Devin already talked to Eddie about fighting Conor Ben. Now let him go across that pond, go fill that $100,000, that 100K stadium, nigga, and do some crazy pay-per-view buys over there. Then who's gonna be the A side? You understand? Who's gonna be the A side? Nigga, so the more he waits, because the public is getting tired of him. They getting tired of him fighting bums. And Devin's over here fighting names, big names, just checking off the boxes. He called the 47 challenge Conor Ben in his hometown, just like he did Kambosos, sold 40,000 over there in Australia. Now he goes to Wembley and do 80,000, 100,000. What are you talking about?
I don't understand. I don't understand why you keep saying that Tank is fighting bums. You're being disingenuous, man.
I didn't say bums. I said he's fighting people that
you just said people getting tired of fighting bums. Let me ask you a question. Right?
In the regular in boxing fans out, they don't see these guys like that. He's not in fights that people want. Nobody clamored for any of these fights that he's had. Only fight that people wanted to see, and it was a fucking spectacle, was the Ryan Garcia fight. But everybody and their mama knew what was gonna happen, right? But nobody clamored to see Cruz. Nobody clamored to see Rolly. Nobody clamored to see your boy Nunez. Nobody clamored to see him fight a little Leo Santa Cruz with no power from 126. For that 120, started his career at what, like 118? Like, nobody clamored for that. You know what I mean? He's fighting fights that nobody want to see. People just want to see him, right? And they love what he brings because they feel like he represents the culture, right? So he brings the hood out, you know? But he's not fighting people that people want him to fight. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. As long as he keeps doing that, if he goes to fight Pitbull Cruz, he's going to lose his luster. That 1.2 is going to drop back to 200. And then he's going to be begging Devin for a fight. Because that's how the game goes. He's going to fight a fight. He's going to see his paycheck go from 40 million to 10 million. Right? It's guaranteed. Pay-per-view buys, they're gonna owe the fucking pay-per-view people money.
I apologize. Hold on a second, Los. I apologized a little while ago, man. There's been a couple times the video came in and out, a couple of technical difficulties, something I was doing, and then I fixed the issue. But go ahead, continue, my brother.
So like I was saying, he has to keep it going. If he was doing this thing, he gonna have to challenge himself. Like I said, go fight a Loma. Even go fight a Kambosos if Kambosos beats Loma. Right? Go fight Shakur. And then that's how he keeps it going. Because he has to keep it going. Once you hit that million pay-per-view buys, bro, you gotta do it. Like, you don't want to go backwards. You want to keep it going. You want to keep escalating. That 40,000, that 40 million felt good. I know he want that again. Nobody wants to take a pay cut. That's what Calvin Ford said. He said, man, Youngin ain't taking no pay cut. So he gonna have to fight somebody, bro.
Letting him know that the percentage. He's letting him know that you're gonna have to eat this percentage.
That's fine. All Bill Haney said was give me the same setup that Ryan got. If they do more, great. We make more money. If they do less, then we make less money.
That's fair.
Give me the same setup. Because how you gonna get Ryan that setup and Ryan is nowhere near the fighter that's done nowhere near the numbers that Devin did.
Be fair. The percentage.
So you gotta be fair. So they say give me the same setup.
But the upside gotta be similar.
And this ain't nothing new. That's the same thing they did with Kambosos, right? They told Kambosos, give us the same setup you gave Lomachenko, and we'll take it. They said, okay, we'll give you the same setup. They're like, yo, okay, show me an email, show me some. They refused to. And they still took the fight. So he proved it there, and he'll prove what Gervonta Tank Davis, bro. Let's go. Give me the same setup you gave Ryan, and we can fight. Minus the rehydration clause and catch weight, because they deserve. They earn that. They earn that. He ain't looking for an opportunity, because you know what? If you don't give him the fight, he just gonna keep on going. And he gonna keep on making big fights, because that's what he's been doing.
Yeah. I like the fight. I wanted to see the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let's do it. Why not? But there's so many options for both of these guys, man. These guys have plenty of options. Tank has a lot of options. Devin has a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? And they both could be creating legacy in the meantime and let the fight build up. People seem to not understand. They like, okay, people always say, man, we want this fight right now. Right? But I could take myself out of the situation. I could look at this and say, these guys could damage each other, right? Moving forward, right? Look what happened with Ben and McCline. McCallum?
These two different kind of skill fighters, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is, they went in there, unification fight. One guy came out that fight, never the same. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, this ain't gonna be that kind of fight.
We're not saying that this is gonna happen in this fight, but when you have dangerous fights, kind of like Errol Spence and Crawford, right? Errol Spence fought Crawford. Errol took a severe beating, right? Not only did he survive that car accident, and that took pieces of him away, he also left pieces of himself in the ring against Crawford, right? These big fights, these dangerous fights take pieces away from you, bro. To where moving forward, you're never gonna be the same fighter.
Yeah, but these guys don't fight like that.
Tank fights like that.
Nah, Tank doesn't punish you. He turns your lights off. Niggas go to sleep every night.
You don't think you leave a piece of yourself?
We go to sleep every night, B. I like to get turned off every night.
You get your lights turned off in front of millions and millions of people watching live and on the airwaves, and you telling me that shit you ain't gonna leave a piece of yourself in that ring?
Make you better.
Every time you walk by someone, you look in their face and they look at you, and then they look at you and they go like that.
Manny went to sleep. Manny went to sleep 4 times. Manny went to sleep.
Saw that fight.
Manny went to sleep 3 times before we even knew who he was. He got put to sleep against Marquez. Manny got put to sleep 3 times before
in his
legendary run. Yes, 3 times he got put to sleep, and then he went on to beat some of the greatest Mexican fighters there ever was. You know what I mean?
I want Tank to get him now, man. You know I'm riding with Tank. I'm a Tank a maniac. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit it. I ain't afraid to fucking say it.
I'm part of the dream team, man.
Huh? I'm a Tank
part
a maniac,
of the dream team, man. I'm part of the dream team, man. I need to start hashtagging that. Dream team.
I'm a Tank a maniac.
You know what I mean?
Tank, if you gonna get this motherfucker, you gotta get him now. You can't let this big head nigga get bigger. You can't let him inflate his ego even more and think he deserved more than what he deserved. You gotta get him now.
Hey, did you see that picture of Earl? Recent picture of Earl?
Nah. He working out?
Nah, man. He looking. Nigga eyes like this. Nigga looking like he was on so much drink. Fucked up, smoking weed.
What is it? Recent? Like something recent?
Recent.
Send it to me right now. Send it to my phone.
Recent. Let me see if I can find it. That man he ain't focused, man. You think it's an accident, but nah, it's the lifestyle, bro. It's the lifestyle that damaged him, man.
Oh man, now you done dampen my mood now, nigga. You telling me Earl finna go in there and lay down, nigga.
While Bud, they got videos of Bud in the gym training.
I see that.
Yeah, right.
I saw that.
And then they show a picture of this nigga, and
I'm afraid to look at the picture, nigga.
Oh yeah, man. So I need to get his life together, man.
Well, it's kind of hard to do. I mean, if he ain't got his life together, knowing the ass whooping that he took, and then he wants this rematch, if he ain't got his life together now, I don't know what the fuck. When is he gonna get his life together, bro? Because you know me, bro. I think Earl should just retire, bro. He got nothing else to offer the sport, bro. He's not the same fighter. He's the damaged fighter, man. He's not the same guy. That accident took so much out of him, bro. From the very first fight all the way up until the Bud fight. After the accident, he was not the same fighter. Punch resistance was gone. Balance was gone. His thinking in the ring isn't as sharp. He's more robotic. You know what I mean? His physique looks different. So this right here is just it's a mountain that's too high to climb. That bud shit is a mountain that's way too high to climb. What's taking you so long to send a picture, bro?
Can't find it, man. I'm looking for it.
But anyways, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Devin the Dream Haney. Massive fight. We'd all like to see it. Is it gonna happen next? I doubt it. There's too much fish to fry. There's too much food to eat in their respectable weight classes for it to make sense right now, in my opinion. I think Tank goes a different route. You still got Lomachenko, you still haven't fought. You still got Shakur, you still haven't fought. You could easily become undisputed at 135.
He doesn't want that though.
Hey, things
He doesn't want to
change.
challenge himself like that, man. I
It's
hope
not
he
about
do.
challenging yourself. He could beat all those guys. He could
Do
beat
it
all
then.
those guys. He could
Do
do it
it
if he
then.
wants to do it. The path
Do
could
it.
be set for him to do it. Is all I'm trying to say.
He needs to do
He
it,
can do
man.
it.
The path is set. That path, unlike some fighters, like how they were doing Dev, everybody knows you fight Tank Davis, you gonna break the bank. So it is easy to get anybody he wants to. He could get a fighter in the ring. Only person that could get a fighter in the ring easier than him is Canelo. And he's right there. Canelo's 1A, he's 1B. He could get any fighter in the ring that he wants. A fighter can have a fight scheduled. Tank Davis call him up and say, yo, I want to fight you. That fight will be dropped, and that person will switch up training camp and get ready to fight Tank Davis. That is a fucking fact. I mean,
I agree
That's
with
a
you to
fact.
an extent.
so he can do whatever he wants, bro. He can do whatever, and he's not locked in on no fight right now, nothing. Either Shakur, either none of these niggas. So whoever he wants to fight, he can fight.
Let's do it,
Devin
Tank,
ain't
man.
locked
Let's
in
do
on
it.
the
Let's
fight.
do it, man. If you want to go knock Haney off first and take that chance, take that fight, do it. If you want to go chase legacy and go get the belts, all the belts that he dropped, you know what I'm saying? Then do that. But it gotta be, that's what it has to be, bruh. Those are names at that weight class. If you want to stay at 135, go get them names, bruh. And then move up. If you're gonna move up, it's gonna be hard for you to go up to 140. Let's say you win the fight, you got Haney's belt. Now all them 140 pound fighters become opponents, potential opponents. Now you done opened up the opportunities, the options a little bit more. You know what I mean? You want to have a tunnel vision, or you want to bounce back? I don't know. He's definitely in a position of power. Haney wants that clout.
Stop saying that, bro.
I mean, I'm
want no
not saying
clout.
nothing bad, bro. I'm not trying.
Man,
I'm not
the
dissing
man-
him. He wants the clout, bro. He wants to be recognized. He wants to be recognized as the face of American boxing. That's what he wants.
Yeah, he wants to be. He wants the top spot. There ain't no clout. They don't need clout.
Where you saw the Earl picture at? I probably
It
looked
was on Twitter.
It was on Twitter.
It was on Twitter.
All right, we shutting this shit down. Eminent Sports Broadcasting, man. We talked about this fight that's
I
that's in the
catch you with
talks.
another one.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hit you. We're gonna be back on the airwaves tomorrow. See what's cooking, what's chefing. We got the Sonny Edwards and Bam Rodriguez fight coming this weekend. We got the big UFC fight this weekend as well. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of shit to discuss.
Going down, baby.
It's going down, baby. Eminent Sports Broadcasting, we out.
I'll let your boy, man. One.